Holla, we gon' ball.
Good morning, everyone. This is my one shot at a video for this weekend. This is a special Super Sunday edition where I not only give you my advice and my picks for this weekend, but also clean up the house and get ready for a hike here in a little while. Ellie's currently outside, so we're okay. Let's start off with one of our matchups this week, me versus Susie. Now I know what you're thinking, Justin, you're going to pick yourself. What else is new? And you know what? You're right. I'm going to pick myself. Susie's team just isn't performing with those Indianapolis receivers. And Le'Veon Bell's return, along with a nice week last week from Justin Forsett, really helped my chances. Now, even though Tom squeaked by with a tie last week against Susie, I don't know how the tie happened. He had Gronk and Brady. He had those two out, so that should not have happened. He should have won, but he tied with Susie. Tom's going to win this week over Chris when he's on his honeymoon. He's probably getting some sexy time action right now on the beach, in the middle of everywhere, doing stuff and things that are only capable of a married couple to do. Sure, Mary Dale, you know. But Tom's going to win over Chris. I don't trust Jeremy Hill at all as a running back for Cincy anymore. And since this video is so late, I already know that DeAndre Hopkins scored 16 points. So that's not a big deal at all either. Tom, you win this week. Now, let's move on to Kristen and Dale. I think Dale's projected to win at this point. I'm not too sure. But I think Kristen's going to go with this one. Dale does have Kaepernick starting, which I am not a fan of. Kaepernick's just not good, but maybe your other quarterbacks on your bye week, I don't know. And Larry Fitzgerald on Arizona has had a great start to the season, but finally the age catches up with him, and he puts up a disappointing 3 points. That's a minor prediction. Now, we also have Dan facing Mary this week in a pretty tough matchup, pretty uneven to call, but I'm going to go with my gut and say Dan on this one. Latavius Murray has been quite the surprise as a running back for Oakland. And I think that's going to carry some weight. I don't like Antonio Brown this week for you, Mary. I mean, he's definitely a top-tier wide receiver, and you should, in all cases, start him. But the absence of Ben Roethlisberger, I'm doing dishes right now, by the way. See, I can multitask. With the absence of Ben Roethlisberger, Michael Vick is in charge. So by starting Antonio Brown, Mary, you support Michael Vick. Ooh, that's mean. I know, but whatever. My show. Gotta do what I want. And that brings us to our Toilet Bowl Game of the Week. Oh my god, I'm so happy. One of you guys is going to get 2 wins this year. Guaranteed. Mike and Bab. Alright, right now it's an even projection, but Mike, you have to know that Carlos Williams is out, and he's currently in your roster, starting at whatever position he plays. Anyone that spells their name with a K instead of a C when it should be spelled with a C, I don't like. So if your name is Chris, C-R-I-S, and you spell it like K-H-R-I-S, I don't like you. So, Carlos Williams, get him out. Bob, you do have Devonta Freeman, who's been a top running back selection at this point. Probably pick him up off waivers. He's good, but it's Atlanta. Still not sold on Atlanta. And, oh yeah, looking at my little note sheet, you have Melvin Gordon. And Melvin Gordon losing touches, losing carries, red zone carries to Danny Woodhead. So that's something to pay attention to. I'm going to go outside and have Ellie in the video now. She wants to come inside, so I need to make sure her feet are clean because it's a little moist around here. Ellie, say hi to the camera. Look, hey. And she's an idiot, but I still love her regardless. And hey, get back here. So now on for my player of the week. Now, facing the St. Louis defense is going to be a pretty easy matchup, so I'm pretty sure where you're going, especially with some of you being Packers fans. So my selection for player of the week is Eddie Lacy. I project Eddie Lacy to get 2 touchdowns, approximately 140 yards. So 140 yards, that's 14 plus a couple touchdowns. So he should score about 25 points this week, and I think he's on Kristen's team, so that's all right. But yep, thank you very much for joining me for this week's episode of Super Sunday Bublitz Fantasy Football Showdown. I'm ready to kick all y'all asses. No worries on this. Straight out of Compton. Other miscellaneous things. Peace.